want your number for receipt. Oh, thank you for using security. You may start the conversation now.
Yeah, what's up? We're live.
We are.
Yeah, I was like I told you, I was gonna sit near the thing and wait for it.
Good morning, everybody.
Hold on a minute.
You got this morning, right?
Not much. I gotta go to work in a little while, but I found a nice Bible that was in the garbage yesterday, and I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna give. I was gonna keep it, but I'm gonna bring it to church and let them give it to somebody, donate it.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm not very enlightened on
Huh?
stuff. I'm not too enlightened on biblical stuff.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah, I have a lot to learn there.
So what have you been up to lately?
Not to just kind of trying to dabble with writing and everything. I'm in a situation here where it's like semi-lockdown type of environment, short on staff, so it kind of disrupts you. You can't quite nail anything down.
So have you been writing?
College.
Have you been writing anything?
No, just dabble. Short story. I'm working on autobiography a little. I'll rewrite. I'm just rewriting stuff I've already written.
All right. Well, like you said,
exercise. Yeah, I'm not feeling very creative right now. You can't. It's tough when you're disrupted throughout the day. You know, you have to settle into a groove, and I haven't got there yet.
Yeah, Damien said hi in the chat.
Hey, David, how's things?
So what do you mean you can't get settled into when the creative juices start flowing, you start writing something, they call you the chow, and it screws it up, right?
Not just like, and plus I'm getting out within a few months. You know you're going home. You're trying to. My mind's still out in the world. You know, my next approach going to be. You know.
Yeah, because
there's a lot of things I'm going to work on. You know, so it's
well, you should be home in October, right?
I could be, depending on if I get in a program and get what's called good time. But the prison's been on somewhat of a lockdown, ain't the right term, but this is supposedly it's short on staff, so there's always things closed that are normally open. Like classes are canceled. Like today I was supposed to go back into college and, I could pursue my bachelor's. I already have an associate's, right? But I just heard him cancel that class today.
Really?
Yeah, so,
That sucks.
Yeah, I wanted to get the ball rolling on that, and earn some good time while I'm at it, and I like to get a little bit of a higher education. You can't get anywhere unless you have at least a bachelor's. You don't stand a shot out in the real world where education is required,
Well, you have a trade though. You can write. You're a writer. Krumel said hi. Everybody's saying hi to you.
You can't cook it. Who did?
Krumel. People in the chat are saying hi to you.
That's good. It's good to know. People still some of them still remember me, huh?
Oh yeah, they all remember you. Yeah. People ask about you all the time and leave comments. Yeah. You will have a channel going before you come home. We'll get a channel going for you.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm kind of been focused on that. I got to come up. I want to be creative. I don't want to bore people. I want to do something. My thing ain't going to be some criminal channel.
Well, we could talk about writing. We could do a history. Listen, Dean, we could do a history podcast, current event, talk all kinds of stuff,
Yeah, people might think sort of became, and I kind of like the idea. One of it was, how do you get back up for adversity? When you live through a lot of adversity, a lot of people want to know how I survived so much time here. How do you get through it? Well, like I always said before, you got a lot of people going in the strength. They don't really know they have it, so they have to tap into it. And, I like that topic as well.
Well, that inspires people. Damien said Dean could write an amazing story about integrity of a convict.
Well, integrity of a convict is one thing, but I'm always quick to remind people, you'll never hear me screaming and hollering integrity and moral values, all that. I'm a guy that lacked a lot of that. I'm still learning. I'm not saying I'm the worst piece of shit around, but I'm a guy that you'll never hear me on the pulpit, claiming all these moral values and stuff. I can't. I'm not that guy. Just as and maybe that's what some people like.
Well, yeah, that's what you just talked about, picking yourself back up and getting back on the horse. You know, like I said, you got the skill. You're a writer, man. I wish I had that skill.
Writing. The one thing about writing is got me through a lot of bad times. A lot of dead time on your hands. You lose sight of society in a sense of what it is to behave in a normal sense of what regular people. When you write characters and you develop a character, they almost become like real people in a sense. Because I'm a guy that did a lot of time. I came as a teenager, so I'm writing about a pregnant woman. I have to call someone, like maybe a friend of mine's sister's pregnant, and I'll interview her on that. You understand?
Oh, all right, gotcha. Well, his book. Speaking of his book, his book, Dark Impressions. I got the link in the description if you want to buy his book. It's right there.
I got to put part 2 back up on there. Lethal Ties. Continue with the protagonist, the character as he grows.
But that's interesting, though. You would talk to somebody who is pregnant if you're going to write about a pregnant person.
Or I talked to a mother who lost her son in gang violence or a shooting, or all the other stuff. A lot of criminal stuff I already knew. It's not one in my brain as I grew up as a criminal, but there's a lot of the other side. You might even want to write from a cop's perspective. So, maybe I know a correction officer or a guy whose family member was a cop, and I might ask a question to her, how would this guy respond to that?
Gotcha.
You can't just degrade the other side because that's been your nemesis or whatever. You know what I mean? I like to write correctly. So my point is, I had to do a lot of research. I had to engage a lot of people in conversation. And I used to speak to high school kids and college kids, junior high school kids here, right? So when the teachers came up, I engaged them in conversations. Anytime I could talk to anybody, I would just engage in a conversation. And I'll tell you what, it served me well. So when I finally got released, I wasn't all that uncomfortable out in the world. I go in a supermarket, you get a little, got to get used to that shit again.
A little anxiety.
Well, it's a lot more advanced with it than a lot of people expected. It's
Well,
going to be all screwed up, But,
Krumel said the book is definitely worth reading. Dean's book, he said, and Gianni said, "My best to Dean. Hope he's doing well."
All right, so one of the things I've been wanting to correct is the last time I'm speaking on it, because not everybody wants to be mentioned on this podcast, right? But so a lot of people asking you about, my wife and kid. So just to set the record straight for the last time, so people know, I am divorced. Out of my own poor choices I made, a wife was created, just so we set the record straight on that. But I met a new woman, my new girlfriend, as you know her, the woman I'm seeing is Nancy. She's a great woman, and she's actually been instrumental in helping me get back out recently when I took on the challenge of street time mode.
Oh yeah, she's a great person.
I don't know if we even spoke about the issue I had with street time. I don't want to bog everybody down with it, but street times, they want to have you serve on parole on the street. You can retrieve some of that time back. When it's all said and done, if the parole board tells you to flatten your sentence, because I violated, so I came back to prison. It was only for a dirty year. But either way, I was able to retrieve some of that street time. They wanted me to serve 2 more years, and everyone in the prison system told me I was wrong. But eventually I made it to the parole board's ears, and they agreed with me. They gave me a year.
Yeah, you spoke about that on here, and you got it back. Eddie Franco said, "Good morning, Dean and MRE." Good morning, Eddie.
Good morning, Eddie. I've been trying to call you. I'll get back to you soon. It's an interesting fellow to talk to. I hope he goes back on. I haven't got to hear him on their podcast yet, but he's been on there a couple of times, right?
He's never come on mine because I really don't do interviews, but he went on Angel's podcast, and it was a great episode. Everybody loved it. Eddie did great.
Eddie's a man who's read thousands of books, right? And this is a guy that's become one of my biggest fans in writing. Really, when a guy like Eddie tells you he likes your book, he ain't just full of shit lying to you either. So he really pumps some inspiration into me when I talk to him. It's gonna be my first interview when I start a podcast, I think, if he's up to it.
Yeah, Eddie's got a fascinating story. Even though with that bill, the H27 bill, I'm getting the number wrong on it, but he told me, he gave me some numbers to call. I called up, I think he sent like a group chat, all the people, the numbers, and I called up and said that I had a family member in there, and I would like to see the bill go through.
And he's been doing great things, man. He's been pushing a good agenda. me, ashamed to say, I've never really been involved in that. My thing's been more about, writing and trying to make change. But even that way, when you're helping others, there's a way of changing yourself. And Eddie was a hard guy. He was in the life a long time. He turned it around. This story's a great story as well.
Yeah, it's a story of inspiration. Also,
Yeah. He's been instrumental in making some changes, man. That's a big deal when you make that type of real change in life up here.
and help
But,
others.
yeah, well, that's what I mean. He's helped a lot of people with that. And he's helped me. I mean, Christ, he's got my life. In fact, Eddie got me my last job. And he's the type of guy that says it like, he means it and it gets done. He's one of those. We're running out of people like that. Let's face it. A lot of people nowadays are full of shit.
Yeah.
Anything that comes to mind. So we meet a guy like him that means what he says. That goes a long way.
Oh, for sure.
Anyway, so that's it. Other than that, I've been kind of watching history. That's our favorite topic.
What have you been watching lately?
Well, it's military weapons and stuff like that. Weapons of war and all that. Created them.
What do you got? The History Channel?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's regular television, but yeah, I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even find it. You wouldn't find it on the same channel I have. For me, it's 5 and 3. For you, it would be something else. But you can find it. I'll tell you, it's a hell of a channel. Every day's something different about history, whether it be criminal history, could be the history of volcanoes. I don't know.
Oh, we were talking about the other day about George Ambrose Burnside, where we get sideburns from, and
yeah,
where we get
where we get statue downtown Providence.
Huh?
There's a statue of him on a horse.
Yeah.
Horseback in downtown Providence.
Yep,
Yeah.
George Ambrose Burnside. He was a general in the. We were talking about general in the Civil War, and he was the governor of Rhode Island. Yep, the statue downtown of him, and the reason the name Sideburns because of him.
Yes, big sideburns. There you go.
And like I was telling you with Hooker, how they call like women hookers is because General Hooker during the Civil War used to bring a lot of girls in camp for his men, and people said, "Oh, those are Hooker's girls. Let them through. Those are Hooker's girls," and they got the nickname Hooker.
Yeah, you caught me off guard with that one. I didn't know that. I grew up around hookers too. I was a little kid. I'd wake up at 8, 9 years old. The hookers are taking a break from the street and laying in my bed with me. Nothing weird. It was just, I had family members who were, into that in those days, late 70s, early 80s. So neighborhood hookers were like my big sister, some of them were anyway. So I write a lot about them. I have a soft spot for the women that were in that trade when I was a kid. I watched them both.
Well, here's the thing. They're somebody's sister. They're somebody's mother. They're human beings too. Like these psycho guys who go and like kill them, these Green River killer scumbags, and these people who look at them like animals and rob them and stuff, or just because that's somebody's sister. You know what I mean? Like that's still a human being.
I'm a kid who grew up without parents and everything, but I tell you, somehow it was instilled in me to respect women at a certain level. I'm glad I've always had that, if nothing else.
Yeah, amen.
Disrespectful out of bad choices, whatever. That's one thing, but I don't put my hands on women like that. There's a lot of guys there. That's a big thing, though.
Yeah, a lot of people do a lot of time over that, ain't it?
Yeah, it wasn't always like that. These guys can hit women. It'd be no big deal. What's about a time? Not in this state anymore. That's a big deal.
No, they clamped down on that shit in the last 15 years, big time.
Yeah. I've been here with guys that did some real brutal stuff that I wouldn't even repeat over here. Things that you could write a book about, put it that way, It's fucking unbelievable. But,
what's the longest sentence you ever heard of somebody like just getting like not bad, but just like habitual fights with his wife, or even throwing stuff, just getting always constantly picked up and stuff?
I think one guy was caught 8, 9 years for slapping a woman. It was the second time. That's pretty hefty for that. I'm in here with guys that have been in for 30, 40 years for killing anyone. But that's just a little over the top of what you're asking. I've seen domestic violence cases where guys getting 8, 10 years, for a slap.
Yeah, they really cracked down on that.
That's an expensive slap. I mean, you should be putting hands on her anyway, but that's
might be a little overkill. 9 years for a slap's a little.
Well, because they're probation violators, and it's the second time around.
They probably did it a bunch of times. Is there like a 3-strike law with that or anything?
Oh yeah, you can get a habitual offender with that. Yeah, which is similar to what you're saying. The other thing is the woman on the heads up the parole board was a domestic violence prosecutor. there's guys in here right now for that for 40 years, for the murder of their wife, or other guys are doing 20, 22 years for, a common murder, for lack of a better term, as opposed to not, get killed in front of something. So,
Now, how long do you stay out? How long do you stay out right now in your rec? Right now it's rec, right?
And now, all right, normally I come out at 7:30 to 10 to like 10, right? But because of this delay, you get out at fucking 8:30 to 10. I'm either in the block or outside. So they basically they shaved off 2 to 3 hours a day of rec, which limits my phone calls. See, right now I can't even make another phone call when I'm done with you. I have to wait till this afternoon.
Really?
So really, it's disruptive. Yeah, you have to pick your phone calls wisely if you got things to do.
Yeah, they should give you a little more time on the phone, like
Well, they normally, yeah, I know they normally, when things ever get back to normal, so to speak, when they have enough employees or enough sales.
What the problem is? It's a lack of COs.
The shortage, yeah. Some of them take their time. If you don't take their time out, you lose it. So I'm hearing there's a lot of back and forth going on. I don't know exactly but they have a disagreement with the director.
Yeah, that's the stuff Eddie's fighting right now too, right?
Yeah, I even said to Eddie I didn't get to hear it, but I heard I made comments about Eddie, and I think I'm wrong. I mean, they fucking lied too. But
well, he's been on a lot of shows. He's been going on.
I seen the guy yesterday. In fact, one of the guys said Eddie knows them all, so we all know these guys. Going on. I don't know if it was on a radio or podcast, but they usually make comments back like kids. I see a guy like Eddie that's educated at any served time. You can't really. What do you say? And I gotta create shit, We already know he's a criminal, so we're gonna use that,
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever they want to do.
And Eddie knows how to talk too. He knows how to talk, and he knows the law.
And you can't shake him. You can't see he sinks into something. That's it. The worst thing you can do, Tom, is insult him, because now he'll just look at me.
Well, he was on the Tara Granahan show. He was on her show 2 weeks ago. When you come home, you can watch him. We'll tag you in him and stuff. Yeah. Well, I think he's supposed to go back on. He's supposed to go back on Angel's channel. In the future too, and I gotta have him come on here too. Ask him to come on here, bullshit. Talk about the football days, because he won 4 championships. That stuff's pretty fascinating to me. Like, see if sports, especially like in there, like making up teams and stuff. Very fascinating stuff.
Yeah. I mean, with statistics and everything, I don't pay too much attention to that with sports, although I do like to play. I played basketball the other day, my hip hurts a little.
What was it, a 2-on-2? How many people played?
Actually, just a 1-on-1. And I went to go play handball, and I got a tennis elbow. I got all the things going on. I got to really watch it now.
What was the 1-on-1 up to? What did you play to? 21?
You play to 21, yeah. Sometimes 11, depends. But the thing is, I'm so goddamn competitive. I refuse to lay down, and I'm playing a kid, he's probably like 25, and I was winning. That game. Well, the last game I played, I had to time to go in. I had to cut it short, but I paid a price for that. Let me tell you.
We gotta play back. When you come home, we gotta go shoot hoops.
My 1 minute
Oh,
mark.
hit your 1 minute mark.
I'm always thinking things I wanted to say after I hang up, but I'll have one time in the future.
Yeah. You always call. Well, we'll do it again. Now that we gotta shoot some hoops when you come home too.
Yeah. Well, you better be ready. I don't fuck around. There's no slack. I'll block your shot. I don't care. So listen. All right. Let me get back to writing if I can. I'm tired right now. Always good to talk to you. It's nice to have people listening in, and I'll be in touch. All right.
All right, Dean. Stay in touch. God bless you.
All right, everybody. Take care.
All right. Later.
The caller has hung up.
Yeah, I don't want this to go to. All right, Dean hung up, so I'm gonna end it. I just want to say hi to everybody. This screen's going blue and turning all colors. What's up, Del? Margaret, I seen Eddie in there. Damien, what's up, guys? Crew, how's it going? Yeah, Cheech, how's it going? Paul, yeah, he should be home. Top G, what's going on? Uncle Jesse, He should be coming home in October, so that's great, and hopefully get some more good time too. Dell says, "Stay frosty." Uncle Jesse, don't look at me, little puppet. Oh, don't look at me, little puppet. Yeah, that's from Blood In, Blood Out. No, that's from American Me when he stabs little puppet. Don't look at me, little puppet. But that was the brother, not the uncle, who stabbed him. Teresa, how's it going? Wonderful to hear from you. Yeah. It's always good to hear from Dean. When's the last time he called? About a few weeks ago. Sometimes the time gets he doesn't have enough time with the rec stuff and, like you said, the shortage of people. The shortage, but yeah, I'll stay on for 2 more minutes. I usually want to keep these short. Oh, you're imitating Narky Mark. Yeah, I'll talk about. We'll make fun of him on another stream. I don't like talking about that stuff on streams like this. We need him to stay out there. Yeah, he will be. Like, cause Dean didn't pick up no child. He just went back on a violation. The parole is like friggin' communist China. So when he was home, he was working every day. He's totally changed his life around, and he looks up to people like Eddie and stuff like that. Dean will never be back in prison ever again. He wouldn't have went back this time if it wasn't for like stupid little marijuana stuff, dumb stuff, and them controlling your life. He goes to work every day, a hard worker. But all right, I'm gonna end this. I don't want this to be too long. Let this be short so people can hear. The look what needed stopped. Dell saying you make all the Scottish people there. God bless Scotland. You think Emmy lives in his car? I don't know, but I just wanted to keep this about this. I don't. I'll go live another time and talk about that. But hey, God bless you all. I have to head to work anyways. But everyone have a great day. God bless you. Oh, come back and leave a comment if you can, because I read these comments to Dean. So if you want to come back and leave a comment in the comment section, say hi to him, something like that. Go right ahead. And I did put his book. I put his book in the description, and I put his Cash App in the description also. If you wanted to send him a little tip or something. So, hey, God bless you all, and have a great one.